So anyway guys, I'm making sure that no matter what, that since I have an appointment coming up with my job provider, if I change appointment in terms of change the address now, I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I feel that I still have to go to the appointment. So I'm making sure that no matter what, I learn to just go to the appointment this time. Now when I'm understanding that no matter what, that they want to place me in some kind of queue over there, making sure that no matter what, that what I do is I just let it be, and I focus upon understanding that it's much more how I feel, and how I feel is a greater way of life. So I focus upon just delivering content in a way that is helping me move forward. So what helps me move forward is something different, and anything different is a better way. So I'm focusing on understanding that what I want to do is promote myself differently, and as I promote myself differently, I'm making sure that there's always much more to do. So the whole difference is making sure I can show myself differently, and I'm learning very quickly that this nice and beautiful photo is something to recognize. So as I actually promote myself quickly, I'm making sure I'm just moving ahead of the program right here. I'm doing something very quick. I'm making sure that no matter what, you guys understand straight away how building events is worth it in your life. And I'm understanding no matter what I do, that I realize something now. Alright, so now just make sure that you understand that I did save the project over here. And that's the thing about Canva. I make sure you understand straight away that I realize something now. I realize that's all a waste of time. Whereas I want to make sure that no matter what, that Canva over here is doing something to help me. So making sure I did do a screenshot, and because I did do a screenshot, I realized I'm gonna let it be this way. So what I want to do is I want to pronounce my nice and beautiful business card the way it is. I want to make sure I have this business card ready to go. Actually, that's very, very, very cruel, where it's actually understanding that everything's good, but making sure you understand that no matter what, that as I really understand that your technology and what you have out of life is something that must be much more. So make sure you're doing screenshots, and make sure you gather, make sure you have a backup about your technology and what you're giving. If you have a backup about your technology and what you're giving, then you're always promoting your content regardless of what's happening, and that way you're focusing on a greater way of life and techniques to be able to promote yourself is what it's all about. So the whole point is keep yourself in occupation to succeed, and that's how you actually do life. So as you do life is what you're doing. So that nice and beautiful promotion there, you can do better. I'm making sure that no matter what, that now, since I'm actually understanding something about Canva, is no matter what, I move on very quickly. I move on very quickly because it's very unfair for people to do that. And I move on. Guess what? Probably they're unaware of it. I realize I'm never unfair by making sure that I learn very quickly upon just saving my projects before anything happens, because it did happen to me multiple times where Canva just switches off my whole fucking way of life over here. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow from that. I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's more how I realize that I never want to waste time, but I understand that it's more how the application is, that as soon as you exit the application, it just rubs off everything that you've done. In a sense, so what you do is promote yourself and promote your business card and everything you have in some kind of regard, and that way what you do is you add a different tonality to what you're doing in different ways, and you're making sure that you're promoting yourself regardless of what's happening, and that way you're making sure that you go and add some more photos or whatever you want into it. And then as you add more photos, you're looking to see exactly what's going on around you as well. So make sure that no matter what, that you're never negative upon anything, but making sure that you're learning quickly upon what you need to do to succeed is what you're on about. So as you succeed differently, you're looking for nice and beautiful ways of helping yourself move forward, is how you actually do life, guys. So you do life to the point of helping yourself to move into an equation of life that's different. So the different aspects of life is something that's actually moving forward. So that's actually working for me now. I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon how to just keep going, and I'm rolling the footage in a better way. I'm making sure that you guys understand straight away how I'm actually doing that. So how I do that is making sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success over here to be able to grow myself in different ways. And as I grow myself in different ways, I focus upon something that's helping me grow. And what helps me grow is a better way. I promise you, there's always a better way to do something. So I'm always understanding that's how I actually understand something about life. So there we go. Approach, that's all. I understand that no matter what, as I promote this, approach, it's more how I just go and promote that, because that way people can understand and read that. Approach, people can read that. So no matter what I do, I download the business card. I'm going to create a business card for myself in a way that is working for me, and I'm actually understanding straight away how to just enjoy myself in different regards. Love I approach. Now what I want to do always is I want to focus upon understanding now to see my business card in a way that I go and promote myself. I mean, now Canva is somewhere here. Approach, that's the way. Approach, that's a nice beautiful way to caption my photo over here. I'm making sure anyway that I focus upon delivering that. I make sure always that people can see that nice and beautiful tonality of, hey, I mean, that's his business card. I mean, that's what he's doing. I mean, he's doing something to help himself here. I mean, make sure you understand that anyway. That what I do now is I focus upon understanding that if you want to go and deliver any content extra, then you can always add extra photos into the nice and beautiful subject. So why not? I go add some extra photos over here. And since I'm actually doing so, I understand that Canva, of course, is making a new program. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I do something, I make sure to save the project before I exit the program, so that I can actually do my life greater. That's the whole point, guys. I mean, the whole point is making sure you place your photos in those spaces. I mean, place more photos of yourself, because it's more attractive when you do more photos of yourself. And that's it. You just make sure you understand straight away how to actually live life in a way that you're doing greater. So as you're doing greater, you're looking for ways to improve your life in different ways, and you're just studying the game of what you want out of life. And what you want is to promote a business card. I mean, you want to promote a business card that's actually helping you move forward. So that kind of business card, I realize that no matter what, it's too nice and beautiful for me to do anything else but promote it. And I'm understanding that no matter what, it's all nice and beautiful for me every single time to go and deliver content. And as I deliver content, I make sure I'm more nice and beautiful in terms of what I'm doing. So then I'm actually focusing on delivering that nice and beautiful aspect of life differently. And as I do that, I'm doing something different all the time. Where I'm promoting a lot of orange over here, I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I go and promote something different over here. So making sure that no matter what, I have to promote my most recent photos over here, so I can promote one of these ones. I'm making sure I understand that no matter what, that this one over here is something. And I'm making sure that I promote something else now as well. And I promote this nice and beautiful behavior bond over here. So as I do that, I'm pretty sure it's much more clear as I succeed about nice and beautiful empathy right here in my life. So no matter what I do, I'm making sure I have a successful time with my life over here, because what's so successful about my life today, actually, it's being able to just project my voice in the planet in a way that's helping me move forward. I'm pretty sure that's it. Actually, if you understand straight away how I feel about life and how I understand to succeed daily, actually, it's because I understand straight away how it feels to have more success in your life in different ways. So as I succeed differently, I make sure I'm looking at these photos and promoting my nice and beautiful name regardless of what's happening. And that way I'm learning quickly upon the art of becoming much more. And as I become much more, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning what I need to do. So that's the whole point, guys. I mean, the whole point is understand how to just go and cover your nice and beautiful programs in a way that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, is the whole point. So if you're doing that, and if you're really enjoying yourself along the way, and you're enjoying your nice and beautiful aspect of life here, I promise you it's more enough. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I have all these beautiful photos of myself, and I'm just promoting myself in different ways. But that's all you have to do, guys. I mean, all you have to do is promote yourself differently. And now I understand that this one here is something I can do as well. But what's the point in that? Actually, the point is understanding that I want to go and do better than that, or else I want to go and actually create myself a beautiful program here, where I'm understanding that no matter what, that I want to make sure that I just do a screenshot again and I let it be this way, because that way I focus upon understanding that it's much more about being able to persuade yourself to do better. So go for it. I mean, go for it. And it's much more how I feel to save it somehow. So I want to save this nice and beautiful project here. But as I save as over here, as I save that, it's much more how I feel. I mean, how you feel is everything. So if you want to go and dwell upon a better business card, then go and give your promotional tags about what you want, and then go and really dwell upon going to see, is there that kind of promotional tag, or is there, I mean, did you create the design over here? I mean, how's the design looking over here? I mean, is the design working out for you? I mean, what's happening on I make sure all the time that, yes, I can see the designs are right here. I'm making sure I'm promoting myself, I'm looking for a better way, but anyway, I'm making sure I do greater. And as I do greater, I'm focusing on something new now. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to grow and just enjoy myself differently. But as I go and just dwell upon just showing people some of my skin, for example, I focus upon understanding that it's just the case. And then people say, oh, I mean, he loves himself so much. I mean, he loves himself so much. I mean, yeah, I love myself very much. I mean, Sam, of course, that's what you need to do in life. You have to love yourself so much, yeah? Actually, that's how it is, yeah? So that's what I'm teaching always. I'm loving life. I'm making sure that no matter what, you guys understand straight away that I'm just like that. I have to do better always with my pronunciation and who I am, and I have to understand that no matter what, I have to do less burping inside of my content over here in terms of my videos and all I'm doing, because that way I remain more professional about life. And that way I'm doing greater as a human being. And I'm making sure that you understand that, yes, I have many flaws, but my flaws are perfect. I have to also never sneeze in my audio programs too. I love why. I never scratch myself. I understand that no matter what, I go and do something greater for myself. And I make sure that no matter what, that you guys are getting what you deserve right away. So that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you get what you deserve. I mean, if you're getting what you deserve today, then make sure you understand it's because you are the one that's wanting to do that for yourself. And that way you're enjoying your life, and you're enjoying your life in a way that you're learning quickly upon the art of what you want. So if you want to understand something about life, then go ahead and just promote what you want. So the whole point is promoting yourself in different ways, and you're making sure you have more than enough success for yourself in different ways, because that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is making sure that you have that kind of beautiful strategy going for yourself in the best kind of ways to do the delivery. Understand that no matter what, if you're happy with that, then just go and focus upon delivery, and just make sure that no matter what, I'm better than that. I'm making sure that no matter what, I focus upon letting it all be right here. I'm just leveling everything out, but if you want to level things out, then go for it. And just level yourself in a way that you're learning. But that's my beautiful business card. I realize now, am I shaming myself for that? I'm never shaming myself for my business card. I'm making sure now I want to be able to go and see this business card and how it is. So what I do now is I learn something different, and as I go and really do something that's nice and beautiful, I focus upon understanding that it's more how I feel. And now I understand that no matter what, that what I want to do now is let it be that way. And I focus upon understanding that now, since I'm understanding this, I want to go and get my business cards now. I want to get my business cards now, because that way I understand that I do have my biological dad's house. I do have my biological dad's car right now. I want to go promote my business cards. So that way I understand that what I do is now, more than ever, I'm succeeding. I'm making sure I'm very fast in the notion of what I need to do. And I need to promote different business cards anyway. So what I want to do is different aspects of life over here. I'm making sure now that what I do now quickly is I just lock my car in terms of my biological dad's car. I make sure anyway that people believe they're so rich when they have a car, for example, and just have no car in life. And that way you understand that you have a Uber. I mean, Uber is much better than having your own car, I promise you. And that way you understand straight away how to be richer. And now what I do now is I promote myself, and I go and print out and I send it to the counter. I send my nice beautiful business cards to the counter. I do $30 each. And now this is the way to do it, I promise you, yeah. I promise you, it's much better for me to go and promote my business cards like this. And now anyway, I promise you what I can do is I can save actual $10. I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I just go and print $30 each. I'm going to give extra And that way I'm learning something new. I'm learning that I can actually promote myself over here much more. Making sure that's excellent. I mean, that's excellent to be able to promote myself more. That is how I actually do life. I do life differently. Making sure that as I really grow myself in the best kind of way, make sure to move away from other people who are speaking. So I talk to you much greater. So I'm making sure anyway. But what I want to do is I have a nice and beautiful business card over here. And now which actual USB am I doing over here? I'm making sure anyway. So what I want to do is I want to separate my USB cables and USB cards and all my USBs. So I have over, let's say I have a nice and beautiful business card over here. I'm understanding this one here is different. I'm making sure anyway that what I do now from now on is I realize something about this now. Whereas these USB cards and USBs are something that's actually working, but it's more how I have 4 of them in the same pocket and I have to find now which one is business card. So what I do now is with that USB, I can place it somewhere and I can focus upon understanding. It's more how I place it in the bag somewhere. So what I want to do is I want to give the money straight away. I want to be making sure that my nice and beautiful phone is in my shoulder bag here. Place it in my shoulder bag. Make sure that no matter what that I have everything now. I place the counter service over here. I go counter service please. And I place myself to have these kind of USB cables right away. So I'm just moving very quickly into what I need to do. And as I quickly do everything, I make sure that I have all the media and everything in terms of what's going on in the actual USB now. So I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more enough over here to succeed with. So making sure that, anyway, that as I succeed, I'm learning something new. I'm learning to see what's going on with everything. And that way, I understand I do have actual business cards over here. So thank you very much. So what I want to do is I want to place over here, I realize 300 business cards. Whereas now, I'm going to be that way. I mean, I make sure to print 300 of these business cards and also 300 in the other ones. And then I just come in a better time to be able to go and do greater. So as I do greater, I focus upon understanding how I can succeed, and I succeed differently. I succeed in a better way, and as I just do my life in a greater way. So what I do always is making sure that I'm focusing on my conversation with you, and then I print different business cards so people can actually find me anyway. And that way I'm never losing time anyway. By making sure I'm moving on from this business card, and I understand that no matter what, it's just my nice and beautiful compulsion to do better. So as I do better, I'm focusing on understanding that I can print 250 business cards, but I'll go 300 anyway. Go 300, and yet again, I'm promoting myself more and more and more, because I believe in myself. I believe in being able to grow much more about what I'm doing. So every single day, I understand that no matter what, I increase my money in my life, and I'm very quick to the notion to just promote myself regardless anyway, because it's worth it. And then that way I'm learning very quickly upon the best ways to promote myself. And that way I just continue this. I have 300 business cards that's coming up. I say border and no border. I mean, what's going on? I say border please. I say no disc. I say I go and give them money now please. And I remove my USB card. So my USB, in terms of one USB over here, is different than my other ones, and it has a different pattern, and that's why I can figure it out. I can figure the unique one out. In a sense, to be the one that has a different pattern than other people, and that way you're always unique. In a sense, so the whole point is learn to pronunciate yourself in your business cards and what you're doing in a better way for yourself to improve, and just make sure you have more than enough of everything to succeed. And then understand that no matter what, that I'm just using my money over here to go and succeed differently. And that way I'm learning to create events quickly so I can go and do much greater in my life. So as I do greater and greater and greater, I'm just focusing on understanding that what I want to do is place my number over here, and I want to place my number over here so that they can message me that my nice and beautiful business cards are ready over here. So what I'll do now is I say 04, say 01, I say 0401, I say 041, I say 944. So no matter what, I have my number there, and I just realize I can remember my number now. I realize that's how much money? That's $270. I mean, how is that possible, huh? I mean, no. I mean, that can never be $270, man. Alright, now there's something going on around here, so I want to make sure you guys understand that since I'm sleeping that much, I want to say cancel order, cancel the order. I mean, it can never be $270. I mean, no one. I mean, you must understand anyway that they may have done the raising of the prices over here, so I understand that what I'm doing now is I'm focusing on just understanding that there's a new price available over here, so I want to see what's going on now on the live. Actually, now as I look at the nice and beautiful printing service over here, I've got a counter service. I did print out another business card over here, so I understand that it's actually 10 cents per business card. So I have to go and always check before I'm actually doing something to check it's 10 cents per business card before I print it. So I never waste time. I don't want to waste time over here. So I'm actually understanding that these USB cards, actually this can go in the back pocket or in the front pocket. Actually it's more in the front pocket. Actually it's more, I can understand which one it is now. So what I do is now just go, and also I have to go edit my actual business card. So I'm so lucky right here. I'm so lucky about this one, and I have to actually edit my business cards and see the actual business card first before I actually start pressing the numbers to print out the business cards. And I'm so lucky over here because now I realize something. I realize how fast that is. I'm learning anyway what I need to do in terms of what I need to do about how fast I can be over here in terms of life. So I'm focusing on making sure that now, since I'm actually doing that, I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly upon what I'm doing over here. I'm making sure that I can see on the side print over here what's going on with my business cards over here. So as I actually going really dwell upon making sure I'm just dwelling upon my nice and beautiful way of life, I'm making sure I'm very fast and proactive about what I'm doing today. Making sure I'm very quick to the notion about my life over here, and making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how my seminar is growing now. And as I understand anyway that what I need to do is very quickly make these events happen, and I want to understand that there's excitement in the air when I create it, because other people can see, and they can see that I'm creating events. And because they can see, I'm making sure anyway, I want to just link this to the counter service, and then I want to go and print my other business card. And now my other business card is in my phone. I make sure to place that one in terms of my business card into my USB, so I can have my different USB cards in terms of different business cards in my USB, so I can always print out which one I want to promote, and I can print any of them, and that way I'm always delivering greater content. But now, since I'm understanding that I promote that kind of fashion photos, promote these fashion photos in a different way, I make sure that no matter what, I'm always updating people about my fashion photos and business cards anyway. I put a border on, I make sure that no matter what, I can now see how much it is. I make sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself quickly, I go and restore my USB now. Make sure it's $30 now. I do save money now. Make sure I save already $240 over here. And what I want to do is just really grow myself in a way that I'm learning very quickly. Just get ahead of the curve. So what I want to do now is just let it be. I want to go and do the nice and beautiful input of the financing over here. So I want to understand anyway that I just did save over here 250. I did save $240 over here. I save over here. I mean, let's have a look over here. I saved $240. I say $240. I say iBusiness card. Say iBusiness. Say iBusiness cards. Whereas anyway, since I'm actually doing that, I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon saving something about life. So as I actually do life quickly, I'm making sure that you guys understand, I'm always placing everything in my shoulder bag quickly, so I can see how my habits are. I can see exactly what habits is in life. And as I really grow myself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm really studying upon life quickly. So I'm actually learning how to actually go and grow myself, because I love everything. I'm making sure you understand that no matter what, I do love Jesus Christ. I love everything. I love you. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. And that way I'm always putting money into my pocket. And I'm learning how to go give money with both phones with their FOS machine. Then I just go and really understand to keep the actual receipt over here. And I place it into my wallet. Place the receipts into my wallet. I'm always understanding straight away that I want to be able to do this over here. So what's happening over here is understand straight away what I do is I'm learning to just press this FPOS machine, but what's happening is I want to be delivering content. So as I deliver content, I want to focus upon understanding that if I give money at the counter, I mean, come on, man. I mean, now something in the screen is already cancelling over here. So what's happening? I understand anyway that the computers around here can let you down. I mean, what's going on around here, man? I mean, in a sense, so I realize something now. I just want to go and do my life now. I mean, these computers are just lagging on me, and I'm never lagging, but I move on. And now it's saying out of time, and I'm touching the screen, and it's never working. I say, boss. I say, I know worries. I say, give you a second. So give you a second, man. And then I'll make sure no matter what that. I realise it's much more how it is, man. I realise that. Anyway, I realise it's stupid, right? I realise it's much more how I feel. I feel that the computers are never working, man. Whereas now, what I want to do is I'll move on, you know. Whereas it's much more how I feel. So as I feel that they never care about me, I'm always first, move on. Man, what a stupid computer. Move on. I'll move on. Whereas now I want to make some new computers going. I want to say something over here, and I want to make sure that forget about it. I love it. What a waste of time, huh? I'm very probably should move on. I'm again by time differently. I mean, for fuck's sake. I move on. I love it. I make sure I move on. I mean, anyway, I make sure that guy wants to take 50 million years, mate. I make sure, anyway. I say, boss. For fuck's sake, I move on, man. And you forgot about me too. Whereas now what I do now is I focus upon understanding. So what I want to do is learn. I say the touch screen over here is saying that there's 35 seconds.
No, bro, just use a different one.
I was saying, but this one never works in terms of touch screen.
Yeah.
Never works.
No, that's just frozen.
I understand, but the actual screen is never working, so I want to be able to fix it.
Yeah. Just use this one, bro.
I just have no worries, man. I mean, his solution is just use another computer, man. You understand? I mean, that's all. So what I do is I do nothing about the actual placing of the actual screen. So what I do is I'm going to realize that guy can understand. I gave him my actual card, but he has no interest in me in life. So I focus on moving on. And it's much more how I never need him in my life. I'm making sure you understand that when you give people ideas, approach they do nothing about it. Approach they do nothing about it. Approach just use another one, man. Just use another one, man. Thank you very much, man. Approach they never care. Fuck. Approach they never care about you, man. I'll let it be. I'll move on. Approach it's such a moment where I'm wasting time. Approach I'm never wasting time. I was never wasting time there. Approach they're wasting my time. Approach their computers are lagging and they're never working. That guy never wants to get an actual signage or some kind of signage to say out of order or anything. Because he never wants to do that for anybody. Move on. That's why he's working a 9-to-5 job, mate. Because you have to understand that they do nothing about the time that the computers are wasting in terms of other people's times. So making sure that my computers are never wasting my time. I'll make sure anyway. I'll let it be. Move on now. I'm never agreeing anything. Make sure how stupid that is, man. You're doing something. I realize. Anyway. You must understand that you're doing something, and the computer at first it's your fault, and then guess what? Then you're using a computer that never ever wants to give you a nice and beautiful content. I understand. But move on. I understand that no matter what, I'm doing better than that. I'm never upset. I'll move on. I realize it's so stupid, man. I'm never using that computer ever again. And now I'm learning from it. I'm never using that computer ever again, I promise you. It's never happening again to me, I promise you. If a computer lags on you like that, and it wastes your time, I promise you, if technology is wasting your time, never use that technology again. That's it. Learn from it and move on very quickly. And find yourself in better positions always to succeed and be very, very much more happy to succeed in different ways. So as I'm actually doing this, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I place my phone into my actual shoulder bag here. because it's just how it is, man. I brush it. I can feel that guy is just cheap. Brush it. I'm wrong. I never need him to come to my event either, and I never need him to follow me. I never need him to follow me either. I'm wrong. Actually, it's much more how when you give people content and you're doing something to help yourself daily, and you're actually studying upon making sure that you're successful in what you're doing, and you're making sure that you have more than enough to succeed with every single day, and you're making sure that you're loving your life, and you're making sure that you're lifting people daily. I promise you, it's more how it is. Yeah, I just double check and multiple check that my business cards are getting ahead, and yeah. That's the actual pronunciation about you in life. In a sense, so they do nothing about what you want out of life. Actually, if you want to succeed, they never want you to succeed. Actually, if you want them to do something for you, they never do it for you. Actually, if you give them some money, I'm pretty sure they'll do it for you for money, but never for you, man. Actually, you understand? Actually, anyway, I move on. Actually, that's why they're working on a 5 job, and I move on. I never need to give my information. I give you guys my information, and I give everybody my information. I never hate anybody, but I never need to go up to him personally to give my invite anymore. I never have to go give him my card or anything anymore. I never fucking care about him anymore, and that's it. I make sure anyway that you must understand that people are just like that. I understand. And when you never help me, I never help you, and that's it. I never help you when you never help me. I understand, but guess what? That's how it is, yeah? I understand, but am I doing anything to give you karma or anything? It's more how if you never want my help, I never help you. I understand? I make sure anyway I have more than enough for you here. So I realise that if you have no compassion for my kids or anything, then I have no compassion for you too. I understand, and that's how it is. But I forgive everything. I have compassion all the time, or overall have compassion. I should always have compassion, but it's more how if you have no compassion for me, then anything I help you with, you never even want my help, so I never even need to help you anymore. I mean, that's the whole point. So I'm understanding that my nice and beautiful transaction account always over here, something that I have to go and really grow from. I'm understanding that it's more how I feel that my nice and beautiful day is rampaging in a better way because of my communicational style. And what ruins your day is when you have no communicational skills to grow. So if you understand anyway, what's important is understand that they do nothing about what you want. And because they do nothing about what you want out of life, then just focus on yourself and move on, man. I mean, move on and never be upset about yourself. Understand? Be someone who understands straight away that what you want out of life is to succeed, and as soon as your actual content is saying something about counter service, go and understand that it's more how I feel over here at Officeworks. I feel that other people are just doing their work, but I'm honestly understanding that I feel much more, let's say, temptation to just go and do greater. And as I do greater, I'm just focusing on just getting ahead of the crowd, because I understand how it feels when you're alone and nobody wants to support you. And that's how I feel around these people around me. I feel they never want to support me, but why? Or else they're never trying to kill me. But they're never trying to give me more support, are they? I mean, of course, that's the thing, yeah? But in a way, they're trying to give me more support too, but never trying to kill me. Of course, that's it. And no matter what I do now, I understand that no matter what, I'm just lifting myself, I'm lifting my life over here. I'm understanding that no matter what, it's just how I feel about everything, and how I feel is that I need to go and grow myself regardless. So that's how I understand that no matter what, that as I do something, I place my nice and beautiful content in a way. I never place my shoulder bag over my actual phones because I never want to lose anything. So what I focus upon is understanding that nobody comes over here to help me in terms of the way of, it's never even that. It's never that nobody comes here. It's never that nobody comes here to help me. It's more how they never fucking care to help other people. And because they never care to help other people, I feel they never care about me either. And that guy especially, that's what I'm talking about. Or she's just that guy. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I move on. I approach you. It's more how it's always how approach you always happens, where you say something, or you tell them something, and they never fucking do it. Or they never fucking do what you say. I mean, it's never what you are believing, but it's more about the word I. And it's more how I feel that if you promote your business cards, I can see straight away now I have to promote my business cards differently. And I focus upon understanding that if you promote yourself differently and you're promoting your nice and beautiful business cards of what you are differently, then it's much more how it is, yeah? I mean, how it is, I realise, is a different way now. Oh, I have to promote myself. I have to promote my business cards differently now. Alright, anyway, I go and make a new business card over here. So what I want to do is I want to go into my business card over here. Is I want to promote myself in a way that is helping me grow. So as I look at my business card, I realise something now that I may have to do it all over again now. I realise that I have business cards over here. I have a design over here. I realise it's just that kind of day, isn't it? I have to go and structure my life over here differently. I have to make sure that anyway, that what I do is different. So as I do different aspects of life differently, I'm making sure that it's just that kind of day, yeah? So what I do is I make sure that I have more enough strategies here to succeed differently. And I make sure I do something that I need to in terms of life to succeed differently. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do now is I want to keep promoting my business cards. But I want to make sure anyway that as I grow, that I just remove these kind of photos right here from the vocabulary. I realize that I need to go and post this one up here, and I need to go and just deliver something that actually works. And anything that works right now, I understand, is just something that's actually helping you to succeed differently. So what can that be? I mean, it can be that you're helping yourself to do greater in terms of what you want. So if you're really understanding your life over here and you invite people to your events, then what you invite them to be in terms of life is different. I mean, you're learning something different anyway. I mean, you're learning how you have to change up your business card. So as I change up my business card, I'm making sure that no matter what, that people can always find me in different ways, and I focus upon understanding that it's more about that. Or it's more how I feel. And how I feel is to make a photo here. It's actually working for me to do greater upon life. But is that the kind of business card I want? Or actually, nah. Or actually, I have to create something different now. Or actually, now what can I create? Or actually, it's much more how it's different. I mean, it's different. But I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I feel. And how I feel now to promote that business card there, it's more enough to just promote that. Roshi now, anyway, I'll just place a new business card here. Roshi, is it more enough? Roshi, yep. Roshi, it's more how I feel. So how I feel is to go and really dwell upon something different now. I have to promote my business cards differently. I have to make sure that people can find me differently. Make sure that, yes, I feel like a stupid idiot, man. I feel like computer did stuff me over. I mean, anyway, I'll move on. I mean, that's how computer technology is, man. I mean, just promote yourself anyway. And just learn very quickly upon how you need to succeed. And what you do is learn different tactics of different skills upon what you want to promote. So if you promote differently what you want out of life, and you do it in a better way, then nothing's stopping you. I mean, nothing's stopping you to succeed. I mean, in a sense, so just put in the time and effort is what I mean. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I just be careful over here. So what I want to do is I'm doing everything with my word I over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, as I succeed over here and as I do my content is nice and beautiful over here. So I want to make sure that what I can do is I can position it, I can link it, I can lock it. I make sure that no matter what, that I realized something. I realized that's more enough. But that's a business card right here where people can find me on those business cards. And I just print this one out. Print this one out over here. I mean, that's the way it is, man. I mean, what's this now? I mean, this is some kind of what? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I do a screenshot. I do a screenshot. So they're asking for money over here, and guess what? I always give money. I have to give over here money. So what I want to do is I give money over here, but I can get it for free. And now guess what? I mean, go and give them money because I feel that it's a nice and beautiful way for myself to use whatever it is that they are using. So I just give them the money, man. I just use that business card. I give them the money because when they're asking for money, I give them money. I'll let it be that way. Move on. And what I want to do is I'll let it be that way. I'm never screwing myself over. In that sense, so just be giving money anyway, and that way you're saying that yes, I feel that I'm successful. And that's it. Unfortunately, now you must understand that what you want out of life is to be more and more and more. But make sure you understand that otherwise it's stealing content. I mean, you understand? Unfortunately, it is. But guess what? Unfortunately, it's more how it is. I mean, never steal your content. I mean, you understand? I mean, steal your content, but make sure you understand that you never steal other people's content. I mean, if they're asking you to give and you never give them, then go and give them, man. And go and give them something different. I want to make sure that anyway I have much more. Here, Avicii's Nice and Beautiful track over here. I realize now I have to go do this now. So what I'm doing now is I'm making sure that I go and make a new heading over here. I'm making sure anyway that everything's working out. I'm learning something different along the way. I'm just going and focusing on making sure I have more enough over here to succeed. So as I succeed, I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on. So no matter what I do is I'm learning very quickly upon my life. Actually, it's much more how I feel. I'm just much more successful. And if people are asking you to give more to succeed, then give more. I mean, be giving more, but is life stupid for giving? Actually, no. Actually, it's life stupid because other people don't want to help you. But other people are helping you. In a sense, I could see straight away how I feel that other people are just arrogant about me. I feel that they're jealous about me. I move on. Actually, I can see it straight away. Whereas now, as I grow, I'm making sure that I have a business card now and I promote it. Promote that business card. And that's different. That's my business card. But as I do greater, I focus upon understanding to go and print anything that helps me grow. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that I keep my shoulder bag on my lap as much as I can. And I have my wallet over here. I'm always multiple checking everything. And I come to see my nice beautiful business card over here. So I want to see how it's actually working up now. I want to see is it actually working or what's happening. So I understand anyway that I have plenty of space over here to promote myself now. Alright, now what I want to do now is I want to understand now. We're going to dwell upon giving a bit more content now. I'll make sure I give a bit more content over here. And it's much more how I feel. See, and it's much more how I understand now that what I want to do is promote my letters, or else now my letters to be much larger. Or actually now, no. Or should I just go and make a new business card over here where I'm understanding I'm making new business cards here. And that's how I have to promote myself differently now. Whereas anyway, making sure I can promote my name over here. So what I want to do is I want to post these nice and beautiful images of myself randomly over here. I want to promote one there. I want to make sure anyway I want to promote another one over here somewhere. I'm making sure I'm just learning how to do this. I'm learning something different along the way in terms of how I'm actually doing everything. And as I do that right here, I'm making sure anyway that what's important for myself is to grow. I'll make sure anyway that this one over here can be right here, for example. So as I promote myself differently over here, I want to make sure anyway that the nice and beautiful content is right here. And it's actually working out for me now. I'm making sure that I can go and promote this nice and beautiful business card on top of this business card here. I can promote that right there. And if I do that, brush, it's much more how it is, isn't it? Brush, it's much more how I feel that every single day, and no matter what I'm doing, guys, I'm making sure that you guys understand how to inspire people. So how you inspire people really is through different indulgence of whatever it is to succeed. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon how to be more about yourself. Because when you can be more about yourself and you can learn how to be somebody who has more about life, you're making sure that no matter what, everything's working out for you in different ways, and just focus upon that. I mean, focus upon styling your actual business card over and over again until it actually works out for you, and that's it. I mean, if you understand how to do that, and you understand that no matter what, that it's more how it is, yeah? But now how it is, I understand, is making sure that your nice and beautiful content is working. So if you're working with your content to produce something better for yourself, then you deserve it. Of you deserve a greater way of life for yourself daily, to make sure that you're very different in your architecture about whatever's going on. If you want to promote like that, then guess what, it's much more how you can increase nice and beautiful exposure over here. Make sure that no matter what, it's much more how I feel that as I promote myself, I am doing greater. So what I do is different. Now that's a nice and beautiful promotion right here. Make sure always to just show my nice and beautiful, I'm just showing my nice and beautiful photos over here. So as I promote my photo right here, is more enough for me like that. I do that right here. And what else can I do over here? I have to understand anyway that I'm just learning very quickly about what I need to do. So I'll be careful over here, so I can always have more than enough time and place and money and fame as well to be able to enjoy myself. And as I enjoy myself is because I'm learning quickly upon what I need to do to succeed, is what I mean. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, I have another one over here where I can promote that one too. I'm making sure anyway that as I do greater and greater, I'm learning the different architecture or whatever it is. So go ahead and do that. I go ahead and just be able to promote different photos of myself, so I can always understand that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon what it is about me that succeeds, which is my word I, man. Or it's the word I always. Or that word I is something that helps me to do greater than everybody else. And that's how I actually extend everything like this. I'm making sure anyway that as I succeed, I move forward quickly and I do something greater for myself in different ways. And as I do greater, I focus upon doing that nice and beautiful incline step in a way that's helping me move forward. But that's more than enough for me, and it's actually looking like a business card now. I'm understanding, although now since I'm understanding life itself, I'm understanding that I have a bit of a business card now. I have some extra photos as well. I'm making sure that no matter what, it's much more how it can be annoying, but never annoy yourself around what you're doing. So if you're focusing on something that's helping you grow, you're going to deliver to see exactly what's happening with you and your content over here. I mean, if you have something that's actually worthwhile to give yourself that notion daily, you're going to really understand that no matter what, you want a better business card always. I mean, just cancel the order and go and understand to plug in your phone again and try again and again and again until the actual business card works and works and works and works. And that's all you have to do, I mean, in a sense. So every single time, just make sure that if you are learning how something works, and you can always read what somebody's really saying to you as well if you want, but make sure all the time that what you need to do daily is understand to talk it up. I mean, talk it up in front of yourself and other people, and that way, no matter what, they can see straight away you're very successful upon what you're doing. So as you grow, you succeed, guys, and that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is select your device and make sure that no matter what, you're learning how to grow with your own words, because I understand that no matter what, I can feel that somebody can get angry, but guess what, actually they feel that I have to get in the car for some reason. So making sure that no matter what, that as I get the car, I'm making sure that no matter what, it's my bullshit dad. Making sure I have everything else. I'm making sure always I can drop by to Woolworths over here on the line and get myself some pasta very quickly. I'm gonna do it very quickly. And understand that no matter what, I just really understand that the time over here is almost 5 o'clock. So he may want to go somewhere, but I understand that no matter what. That for today, I can feel that he's just staying at his biological dad's house in terms of his actual house. I'm actually understanding that no matter what, as I grow myself, I'm growing and I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning quickly upon what's happening around the world and why it's happening. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm very positive here, making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon how I can do better. But in that situation, I'm doing the best I can. And always just positive role model everything and just be able to really count and just be able to select the 6x4 on the side of the nice and beautiful menu of your Officeworks, in terms of Officeworks printing, and be able to understand what you need to do in terms of what your life is. So what your life is, I understand it's growing. Unfortunately, it's growing yourself. That's actually the best kind of foundation that you can give people. So to grow yourself every single day of your life is the best kind of strategy in the planet. So go and do that. I mean, go and do that nice and beautiful content daily. Just see that it's actually uploading. So I love why. Actually, since my actual photos are uploading over here, I'm not saying that honestly, that's really, let's say, it never takes time. But nothing takes time, guys. And we never had that mindset, whereas the mindset that's taking time is a much better mindset. But make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're never taking time. But you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon making sure that it never takes time and it's never taking time, but you're making sure you're adding time. I mean, making sure that no matter what, you're learning very fast upon how to actually talk better with yourself and other people, and it's the whole point. And then focus upon understanding that it's more how I feel. So I'm doing everything today, so I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm ready to just keep promoting myself quickly. And I want to have a great seminar. I want to have a nice and beautiful seminar of people coming to my event, and that way I record the whole event and have a nice and beautiful way of inviting people with my portable speaker to speak whatever it is. But guess what? Parachutes no. Our parachute, no matter what, they can stay on the floor in there. And it's more how I feel. I realize that they have more enough over here to be able to succeed. So as I succeed differently, then what I can do is I can go up to them with the microphone and understand that no matter what I can do is succeed differently, and I can make sure that no matter what I do is I just let them talk over other people like this, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually understand that no matter what, that people can hear the question and what's happening. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to just be able to deliver content very quickly, and because I deliver content very quickly, I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I want to promote myself much more and understand 1,000 tickets in terms of 1,000 business cards. Of course, you can get me something, but making sure that no matter what, as I promote myself quickly, I deserve to promote myself even more than that. But it's more how I feel. So the more I can actually add money now, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm going to promote myself more and more and more now. I'm going to throw all the money I can into this promotion. Whereas now when I do that, it's much more how I feel. So then I get the FBOSS machine very soon. And what I do with the FBOSS machine is I have to get somebody to come and do it, and I have to come and hire people. I have to hire somebody to come and do it for me. And it has to be someone new. I want to do something new with somebody. I understand how they say call friends, or call a friend over here and call a friend over here. I mean, guess what? I mean, anybody's your friend when you're giving them money. You understand? But when they're running for money all the time, or it's more how you need to go and grow yourself. So I understand these machines around here, Parachute, that what I need to do is just focus on understanding that he's trying to help me. And these nice and beautiful machines are trying to help me, but sometimes they never work. In a sense, what I do is I move on. I let it now. I mean, it's all loading for some reason, so what I do is I want to edit the photo. But how do I edit the photo? I say, oh my god, I mean, what are you doing to me? I say, hey, let me edit my photo there. I mean, in that sense, so anyway, look at this, man. And I see now. Anyway, what I want to do is I focus upon understanding that I cancel the actual program again. I have to cancel again. I have to cancel all this again and again. I mean, why? I mean, I have to understand that no matter what. And it's more how I understand Alibi, but it's more how the machine never lets me edit the photo now. Alibi. It is. Alibi. No matter what, I move on. I mean, I've been here for the past hour. Maybe. I mean, move on every single day. in a greater direction, and just keep talking better. And keep understanding that no matter what, it's more, and you just never go against yourself. I mean, never go against yourself. I mean, learn what you are learning from this situation about yourself and what's happening around the world, and be careful about what you're pressing around here, and just never get angry. I mean, never get angry at anybody. I mean, have some patience. I mean, have some nice and beautiful ways of life where you're actually enjoying yourself. I mean, you're making sure that you're enjoying yourself in different ways to love your life differently, and you're making sure that your life is nice and beautiful, and that way you're enjoying yourself and what you're doing. Because that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is making sure you understand. So straight away, I can see what's going on with these computers right away. Whereas now, anyway, they need that. Whereas these computers need to update. I'm going to show you. So they need to be able to, update, and everybody has to update anyway. I'm focused upon loving my life differently, guys. So as I'm actually going, I went through some bank statements today. I want to make sure I go through all the bank's information today in those pamphlets today, and then I want to go on their website as well. I want to read everything they have on their websites as well. I want to make sure that this event over here, and I understand straight away, that I can see straight away what's going on over here, and it's, again, never letting me to even edit my photos, man. I'll move on. I'll move on from that computer. I'll never touch that computer ever again. I never touch that computer ever again. I mean, how stupid is that computer, man? I mean, move on. I mean, wow. I mean, I'll move on. I'll move on. I mean, do you understand? I mean, the computer has no sympathy, and it's never that you need sympathy. I realize it's more, it has no empathy for you. When the computers around here have no empathy for you, man. I mean, come on, man. When they're showing no compassion, I mean, understand? I mean, well, they're just wasted time. I mean, maybe. I'll move on. And I realize now I understand I have to change 2 computers around here, and no matter what, I'm never changing computers again. I'm always changing computers, I'll change differently. I'm making sure no matter what, I'm better on that. I'm making sure now what I need to do is focus on having a positive mindset. I have to make a positive mindset always. I have to focus upon making a positive mindset for myself. But as I really insert my technology, I realize that you can place your shoulder bag on the actual chair, and you can focus upon understanding what you need to do. So I realize now these actual computers are really, let's say, doing something to be bugging me out in a way that they're bugging the shit out of me in the word I. So I'm saying that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on around here. Or else these computers have to improve themselves. And I understand anyway, but since I'm actually learning that this one over here is telling me errors around here, I'm understanding what I do now is I focus upon understanding that no matter what, I just learn how to quickly just indulge this over here. I'm learning some compassion around here. I'm making sure that what I want to do is, these computers are very slow to give me the notion to be able to go and do my great job over here. So what I need to do is a little bit move on. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, oh my god. I approach it now. What I need to do is a little bit, because guess what? I approach it. It's more how these machines care less about anybody. A little bit. I approach it. Jesus Christ is saying that the machines need to work on themselves. I make sure all the time now, or else that this machine over here is saying no media found, and no media found at all. I have to change 3 computers. Now, I had to change 3 computers. I was saying anyway, what's important is make sure all the time that if this is, approach this one has no cable. Approach this one has no cable, huh? Hey, come on, man. I have everything, man. I never have to change computers, but I'm saying that if I have to change computers, I then change computers, but I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on around here, man. I mean, I just did change 3 computers around here in Officeworks. I mean, in a sense, so focusing on what I'm saying is just so stupid, huh? I promise you, I'll move on. I promise you, oh my god. I mean, come on, man. I realize now, no matter what, it's just how slow these computers are. And they're so fucking slow. I'll move on. I'm lie. And you must understand that either way, that what you're realizing every single time is if your content's working, and if your content's working, I promise you it's more how I feel that they do nothing about these computers and they're wasting people's time like that, and they have no service. I mean they're never even working to lead themselves in communication here. So let it be that way, and I'll move on. Unfortunately, that's why they have a lower quality of life too. Because since they never want to help other people like that, unfortunately, they never help themselves to get up to. Unfortunately, now all I do now is I focus upon understanding to see what's going on around here about communicational work. I see so I succeed,